5, 4, 3, 2, 1, something like that. Welcome, all my aliens, apes, and zombies. It's Crypto Novo 311. And you know what? Just last Saturday, we were talking about a featured artist, myself and JRR Token. We're talking about a featured artist, and there's a countdown coming up, and we have the artist live right now.
Live and direct.
Live and direct. So JRR Token, I'll let you intro her because you know what? You're bringing her to my limelight. I want to bring her out to everyone else's world. So, ooh, look at that. A little
Oh, I got all the magic tricks. Don't you worry. So yes, we are so excited to have Blondish. What's up? Welcome to the party.
What's up?
Oh man, you have had quite the week, and I'm sure even more preparing for what's been going on this week in culmination for the end of your auction tomorrow for Chakra-tastic, which is one of the coolest NFT projects I've seen. It's got everything I love. It's NFTs, it's music, it is even spirituality, it could heal you. It's the coolest thing. And really would just love for you to kind of walk us through this. I tried to do it justice on Saturday, but now we got you, and you could hit it out of the park for us. But you know, I think for those who don't know, Blondish has been an incredible, world-renowned DJ and musician, and she has now found her calling in art and creation and this amazing NFT community. So with that, Blondish, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, hi guys, how's it going? I'm so happy to be here, I guess connecting over future possibilities and kind of adding this new layer of excitement and rewriting systems and everything. So I guess that's what all brought us here together, is just, you know, wanting more out of humanity and our existence and life. So I think we're on that same wavelength. And I guess with this whole NFT stuff, it all happened during COVID, right? Where we were kind of like forced in a direction, and you could either sit at home and kind of weep about it and think about when's it going to go back to normal, or you start integrating everything else and looking at what the future holds and how you're going to show up post-COVID. So when NFTs came up as a medium, and I can add that to my music, I was like, it opened up this like whole world of possibilities. So I was really thinking, like, how can I, like, what message do I want to put behind my music past just releasing on labels, which I was super bored of. I never really fit into that system where I sold millions of records. You know what I mean? So it never felt right to me. So when I started approaching NFTs, I was like, okay, well, what's my message? And right away, like, Chakra-tastic came up. Like, I do a lot of meditation. I've been to India. I made an album called Welcome to the Present. I'm like, you know, we're never in balance, right? So I was forever like, you can forever explore balance. And one way to bring yourself into balance is to align your chakras. And you can do that all day long, infinitely. So I decided to make a Chakra-tastic series. And we're starting with 111, which is launching on Solana. And it's actually an ever-evolving series going through the Fibonacci numbers. Oh, so they will be numbered accordingly: 111, 222, 333, 555, 888, and we can go forever. And it's an endless exploration of the chakras and from a different perspective. So this particular series, I explored making music in 432 hertz, which is based on, you know, it's the language our cells understand. It's the language of the universe. It's the language of how everything is made on Earth, basically.
Yeah, I heard about this. And is that an audible frequency, or is it? Can we hear it as humans, or is it something more like a, you know, invisible wavelength?
Yeah. So if I play something at 440 hertz or 432 hertz, which is a bit more flat, yes, you feel it more than you hear it. Like if I play it side by side, yes, you can hear it indefinitely. But when you play it as a total piece, it's more about a feeling.
Amazing.
those resonant
there's a
frequencies.
spiritual sense in it as well. I remember talking with other NFT artists who are trying to reach the different senses, the 5 senses. This is like almost adding that spiritual sense to it as well, where you're unlocking that inner aura through, you know, technology based on sound frequencies.
Yeah, it's like your sixth, it's unlocking your sixth sense, which also connects to your, around where your solar plexus is, which is around your belly button, just above. That's your intuition, that's your second brain. So a lot of this work tries to connect those two. I'm getting really going off.
No, I love it. I think it's so, it makes so much sense. And you know, I have a good friend who is a sound bath healer. Shout out Abigail Devine. She's really awesome. But I experienced a couple of her classes over the pandemic, and I thought those were so relaxing, so amazing. And that's what I thought was so great about your NFT, was that, like, oh wow, this is kind of like that sound bath healing audio you could listen to, but it's forever and in your pocket.
Exactly. I mean, you said so much there. Like, where did I want to go?
Here, I'll help you transition a little bit. We have, I believe, one of your friends, Phil. Is there someone named Phil ring a bell that we can bring on here in a second?
Yeah, I call him Dogecoin, but that's Phil.
Oh, he invented Doge. Nice to meet you, Mr. Doge.
How we doing?
Man,
Good?
I wish I invented Doge, but I love Doge. It's nice to see you guys. It's nice to meet you guys. Thank you for having me. Hi, Vivi.
Hi, Phil's my right hand.
So Phil, all right, so if you're the right hand, she's the left hand, how do these hands work together here?
The hands work together pretty naturally. I'm so sorry. The hands work together pretty naturally. All in all, it really was kind of like Jordan put it best. It was kind of like a finding of the universe, the way that Viv and Jordan came together for this. Viv's extremely spiritual, obviously. Jordan is in his own ways too. I've known Jordan for years, and Viv had presented this to me, and I was just like, wow, this is crazy, really bringing in all these hertz and frequencies, and then beyond that, making it such an experience, not just with the NFT, but not sure if it was mentioned, the one-of-one auction winner, the top tier auction winner, will be going on this like sound bath experience with her and everything like that, and a crystal mind, and to really continue to merge the medical and metaphysical and physical realities is what really brought Jordan on, and he wanted to try to represent that through the pieces, and I think everything just flowed super naturally and well, and that's why we've seen what we've seen with it.
It has been explored. JRR Token brought it to light on Saturday about, it reached so many things, It seemed like last month in the NFT space was about having gamified NFTs. Last couple of weeks is about bringing physical things to the NFTs, but this is branching out even further, where you're bringing mind, body, and spirit. You also have kind of like almost like a getaway retreat with it, so it's almost like having a proof of attendance built in within this, and on top of it, it's not even built on traditional Ethereum blockchain. It's just one up, which is a bunch of firsts, which I needed to bring it to the limelight.
Yeah, we took a lot of risks, basically, right?
Yeah, definitely a lot of risks, but really rewarding in the sense of Viv being able to merge almost all of her worlds into one. Working with Solana makes this somewhat of a green NFT by all standards. And whoa, why isn't that updated on our website, on our LinkedIn thingy? Anyway,
do you want to talk a little? Can you talk a little bit about the technology, the Solana component?
Viv, that's you.
Yeah, sure. So basically, the reason why we chose to work with Solana, I'll just tell you the whole story. So I'm in Chad Team 6, which is, shout out to Chad Team 6. It's like a group of like crypto nerdy DJs, I guess, like Boys Noise, Disclosure, Blau, who else is in there? There's so many of us, RAC, people's in there, Pablo Rodriguez, and like a bunch of people in the space. There's like 3 of us girls too. And there's a bunch of DeFi degens as well. So in there, I started connecting with different guys, and I connected with Giorgio from Six. And they were actually designing an open source framework on called Metaplex on Solana, which just launched last week. And they took all the pain points of Ethereum layer 1 marketplaces and made their dream marketplace through their ono.art, which is just, using the Metaplex framework. So anyone can now, it's like Shopify, anyone can take that code and just build their marketplace on top, which opens up a lot for us, because we're trying to get away from the kind of centralized structures, right? And all of the NFTs are minted in Arweave. So that's where they get
Which
sent.
makes everything, yeah, so permanent. Did you see that transaction fee?
Yeah,
Not
right there.
a dream, if only.
So,
but yes, I guess on Solana and
that's-
Ono, it is reality.
That's why another reason why using Solana was really great, aside from the quote-unquote green factor, was the fact that it really made it more open in the sense you're not paying these crazy gas fees, not waiting this like excruciating amount of time, and it really is just one of the most efficient coins I've used so far, I have to say. And that's not me hyping up Solana, that's just reality.
Now, right now, you have to use, they're using Phantom Wallet, right, to connect to that?
Yes, they are. And inside my Phantom Wallet, you also now have integration with FTX Pay.
Yeah, I noticed that because I'm, maybe thinking about bidding on something. Hint. Hint. I don't know, maybe.
Blushing. It's just, you look so cute. You look so cute.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm not as cute, I promise.
I'm going to get an avatar for sure.
So, well, listen, okay, the technology is great. Love the, gasless fees. I think I mentioned this last time. It's going to be interesting. Like, I think, is there interoperability? Like, is there any way or maybe in the future that, like, I have a lot of stuff that's on, Ethereum blockchain, most of the basic NFTs on OpenSea and Rarible, you see it, people could come and check it out. Like, does that, is there that capability right now with this type of platform, like viewability? I've been playing around with a lot of interesting, just like that, a lot of interesting, things like rare rooms to plug in art and plug in NFTs into spaces. So you have the ability to, view it and hang out. Like, I would love to be able to view, I totally see being immersed in your NFT that you've made as, like, put on a VR headset and be able to be fully sound bathed inside that Chakra NFT, or, just, I don't know, I would, like, how would you best experience it in your perfect world, your Chakra NFT creations, particularly the audio?
Are you speaking about potentially in experiencing it in the physical world, or with a merger of, or if anything, of my wildest dreams?
Both.
I like the wildest dreams aspect. Because
yeah, I'm all about wildest dreams because we're not far off.
The people who dream big usually exceed those expectations. So I mean, if it is a VR sense, if it is just more of maybe a natural physical retreat in the traditional sense, Yeah.
So basically, guys, I really have this goal with the whole thing, is that this is not art at all. This is a movement. It's a movement to bring us closer to, happy world, which is like just this place where we have all the tick boxes. We're happy. You know what I mean? We're abundant. There's trust, transparency, all the good stuff that we're looking for, that we don't have in this reality. So this is just a tool for that movement. So in my wildest dreams, I think that this will change tomorrow because of all the stuff I'm learning and new possibilities with tech, you know, merging and with our old world legacy system. Is, you know, even yesterday I was just thinking to have this like in Magic City walkway here, which is like an art walkway here in a park in Miami, and just have like each chakra has its separate area, and each chakra NFT display can have its own experiences around it and activations, whether it's you know, heart at the heart chakra. You know, you need more breath work or heart openings or kriyas or any kind of thing that to open your actual heart chakra. Like all of us are in a different state in terms of energy state. So I mean, everyone like my throat chakra was blocked for the longest time, you know, and you kind of learn this stuff. And I want to gamify this thing. I want to gamify moving towards happy world. I want to incentivize you guys. I haven't figured out that mechanism yet exactly, but I'm working on it. I can release that whenever I want because I can attach it to the NFT,
which makes the smart contracts so smart. And there's ways that you can do that with like proof of attendance contracts, you know, based on proximity, based on GPS coordinates. So when you get to an area where it is based on something that maybe you personally experienced, you can maybe relay that to your collectors, you know, if it's something that was warm to your body. So you're going outside of just the story of it. You're going into there again, the aura of it.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking last night. So the proof of attendance, you know, like imagine you do the work, like you go through and you're aligning, you do it 10 times. That means you're opening doors. If you're constantly, if you've aligned yourself a bunch of times through the work of the chakra tastic 111, that should open a door. You know what I mean? Some sort of access for future activity, future series. I haven't figured out exactly how that mechanism yet is going to work, but through having this conversation with you guys, I'm sure we'll all get some ideas.
Yeah, it seems
well, you figured out so much in this space right now. It's just like I'm usually the one that tries to stay 2 steps ahead. Then I found JR Token, who is 3 steps ahead of the game. But you might even be 1 step ahead of my main man with the.
I believe it. There's no
thing in the background here. Come out. Space so fast. I mean, it does take a community. It does take people like Phil. It does take, you know, the grassroots, hardcore, using that unicorn horn that you have on your head to get as many people to help the cause, because we are all in this together. And what we're doing is you're showing more and more people the importance of this technology. And that's the most important thing to me, because that is going to, one, maybe for you directly, it's going to equalize the playing fields. So you're not competing against these huge conglomerates of the music world. 2, it might make smart contracts better for just scaling back things to make things easier and cheaper for everyday life. And I always view it like this. One day in the history books, we're all going to have our chapter, and it's going to be what you wrote in that chapter, because this is all new and you're paving the way.
You can't burn the blockchain book, unfortunately, so it's permanent.
You can burn your NFTs, but not the chain.
That's right.
Totally.
I love those ideas. The experiential form of the NFT is so cool. And speaking of that, let's go back to let's show her main page, if you don't mind. Can you talk to us what is that #1 bid win? Tell us about what is this cave journey that the winner of the bid gets? And why don't you go to the bid? Click on the auction. Let's see where it's at right now, because it's not ETH. It's in Sol. It's a nice amount right there. Let's see if we could get that higher. What is maybe explain a little bit about the art here. This is the culminating piece, correct? This is the big NFT graphical image that's exclusive to the top bidder.
Yes, exactly. So basically, I created all.
Crypto, why don't you refresh it so it animates? I think it's just paused right now. It's definitely animated, all right? thought it was. But sorry, go ahead.
So listen, this one was over 4 gigabytes. So maybe, have you seen it play before, Phil?
Yeah, it plays. This issue has happened here and there. If you click on one of the other slides, usually it'll load between one of the other slides.
Click on art.
I actually, we had it working on Saturday for sure. It was definitely
hit artworks. It could be just this page. That's fine.
So this is the Genesis NFT on Solana, right? So we were working through all the kinks together. We were beta testing everything. It was actually a fun process. You know, we sent large files, and they were not expecting such large files. So we needed to edit the code as we were launching actually the auction. So there's little kinks that we're discovering and improving on right away. So just to explain, I can hear myself. We wanted to depict, I can hear myself though, it's really, I can't talk.
It's okay. Here, let's go back go back to the previous page and we can watch it. But I actually just wanted to hear it play through. It's so sick. I love all of them. I'm obsessed.
So
the problem I had is when I started with one, then the next thing you know, it's all of them later, you know, and I'm just in the relaxed Zen state at the end of it.
Yay. I'm so happy that you got to experience it.
Yeah, so tell us, sorry to cut you off, what was the, so can you talk about this top piece alignment and maybe acknowledge and the top bid with what the top bidder gets?
Yep, sure. So it's a tiered auction, and we structured it this way to kind of experiment with secondary marketplace. I actually don't really, I would love the holder to keep it and cherish it and use it to collect it to align their different chakras across the future series, or the fact that the different tiers here, so you have the top bidder, which receives all 7 chakras, plus a unique one of one, which is the alignment piece. And I'll explain that in 1 second. And then also I wanted to give some access behind the NFT and really work on my relationship, getting closer and closer on a deeper level with my audience through this art. And I was like, okay, well, I love sound meditations. That's what this whole Chakratastic thing is about. I have a lot of friends that do it. And I have another guy I know that I haven't seen in a while, so I got to find him. He has a crystal mine in Arkansas, like one of these states I've never been to. And he said, call me anytime when you want to come witness, feel the crystal.
Arkansas. Is it Arkansas?
It should
crystal,
be, yeah.
It sounds like a quartz cave.
Yeah, so I think it was Arkansas. I just didn't want to say the wrong state. I'm Canadian, and so I wanted to experience this with someone. I wanted to curate a sound journey, go to the Crystal Mountain, experience it myself, but also with the top bidder. Because then you create a lasting connection also with your community, and you're always trying to get closer to, like, make that connection closer. Before we had Instagram posts and then stories and then live, and then Twitch is live, real time. So you constantly need that closer connection.
And I'm finding that's what successful projects stem from, is getting into the discords of it, which gives you that more personal aspect. I've seen it with other artists who are reaching out and making their projects known, very similar to you, just coming on live right here and talking about it, very similar to Justin Aversado, where he tries to connect with any single person who connects with him, just because those connections are important. You know, if the one friend that you make in this realm could, you know, lead to 100 more friends instantly. And that's what the extending the olive branch is all about.
Yeah, totally.
I gotta go, but I want to make one point before I do. And it kind of just brings everything back to the original point, what you were just saying. You know, a long time ago when we first found this funny thing called the internet, we started making friends that eventually became IRL friends. And we've had this sudden wave recently of this technology and this new adaptation that's allowed crypto and NFTs and everything to become what it is. And based off that, we've also had a pandemic that's distanced all of us. What Blondish is doing is really bringing back that IRL relationship.
And that's what we want to do, is bring those bonds and those relationships back.
Yeah.
Well, even on
think
a
this is how
different, on
you
a
merge
deeper
your-
level.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about, is being deeper. We're getting so much deeper with technology, getting so much deeper with ourselves. I mean, let's get deeper together. I think that's the whole overall grand utopian scheme of everything, of DeFi, blockchain, and everything. Big, happy world.
Woo!
All right, so Phil, any big
All right, guys,
words
I
for
gotta go.
anyone
Thank you
watching?
so
Because I'm going to try to get this out for tomorrow, for the big day. Anything to say to anyone? You know, even Blondish, a big day for her tomorrow.
Do your homework.
Homework,
That's the
baby.
best I got.
You know what homework is?
No,
Great.
seriously though.
Tell us.
Well, Om is the original sound. It's what we started with when we started this universe, when the Big Bang or whatever happened. This is my theory, but you can go with it. And
I
the
will.
sound was Om. So I mean, also when you hit the gong,
Yeah.
that's also the source of sound.
I know
So
that was the only thing I was considering as a tattoo, and I said, "Well, I'm not going to get a tattoo." But that was one of the things that was the symbol, if there was
there you
one.
go. So we're connected. We're connected.
Always.
Homework is just doing the work to connect to yourself, closer to yourself.
You got homework NFTs. I love it. So
That's all
how
I
much
gotta
time is
say
on
as
that?
I go. Do
What's
your
how much time we got
homework.
left?
You can go. Bye, Phil.
That's it.
Hey, Phil, thanks, man.
It's 5 PST is the end of the auction tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting another friend to come on. One second. I was
June
trying.
9th. 15 hours remaining.
So are you going to have a clubhouse going on tomorrow prior to the drop or during it?
Yes, we're gonna do one at like noon EST. EDT? They don't say EST anymore, right?
Eastern. Yeah, well,
actually, guys, the auction actually they made a mistake. So the auction ends at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Correct. So the time that is, well, if people are watching this is recorded, the time is going to be a lot different. But the time on the actual ONO account is actually correct.
Correct. Yeah, don't use what you're watching right now. It could be over.
Could be over.
You make sure you go to ono.art.
So my friend is trying to join. Sorry, what was the question, JR?
Oh, I was just saying that go to ono.art for the latest auction time. Hopefully it's soon. Go and bid. So can you talk a little bit about your kind of launch that you did that looked like a fun party during Miami Bitcoin extravaganza?
Yeah, sure. So it was kind of a culmination of a few different things. I was supposed to launch Chakratastic like a month and a half ago, but then Bitcoin conference came about, and then everything was fully open in Miami. It was like the roaring 20s. That's my friend, Amy Madison. Amy, that's Amy. Okay, so it was just like an intersection of so many things, with everything open, full on open, good vibes. Bitcoin conference, 50,000 people in crypto coming to the city. And we were working beside the Margulies warehouse. The Margulies collection is one of the top 3 art collections here in the city, if not the US. I'm just getting into the art world, so I don't know facts, but this is what people tell me. So my friend was friends with the son, and somehow he got the space, and he was like, "You can do your NFT launch in Margulies collection." And I was so honored because it actually, because of their clout and their reputation, for me to even set up my NFTs in there was already like, it was like a bonus, you know what I mean? And I had no idea what I was getting into. I thought I didn't even think about the displays, like throw them on some TVs and you're just happy to display them and be with people. But then it started growing into this bigger and bigger thing. And I found myself like 6 days before the event. I mean, I think 700 people came.
Wow.
I got hooked up with Artplug, which they do insane installations, production.
Yeah, it looked amazing. Like I loved the screens like on the rocks, and like it just connected the piece to the little display they made. It's so cool.
Yeah, I learned so much about video walls last week. I learned that, we had 6 days to put that together, but we had these LED video walls. We created unique scents. Detroit Wick helped me create actual scents that go with that, the different chakras, with the associated frequencies and feelings and emotions. So we did that, and we also, each chakra, we kind of created the space. So I remember in the sacral chakra, we put heaters just because of the association.
So you really did go all out with multisensorial NFT.
Yeah, we did our best. Yeah.
What was it? All right, so what did you feed everybody?
We had plant-based.
Let them good music.
We had a Turkish kind of band playing, but they had, Eastern instruments as well. And we had a gong. It was a whole experience we led you through. As soon as you came through the door, we wanted to ground you. So we all had this baseline. So we played gongs. There was a guy playing gong for 4 hours. And also we gave you a mushroom drink of lion's mane, because lion's mane is, it's meant to open gates to more open-minded outset, I guess.
Fun. Oh, I had such FOMO. I really wish I was there, to be honest.
We'll do it again.
Looked like the hot. I mean, I guess it was just because that was the hottest real party scene I've seen in over a year.
Yeah, we're missing the connection, right?
They're having the NFL later this year. I mean, that might be the next connection we all get connected at.
That's in New York.
Yep.
What's later, Crypto? You cut out for a sec. What's where?
It's the NFT in NYC. So it's the NFT conference that they're going to have. I believe it's the first week in November in New York. So that's one of the next major conferences that people are trying to line up.
I'm going to look into that. We'll do an abracadabra for sure.
Actually,
I will be there.
You should probably maybe sign up to be a speaker, because I think they if you're a speaker, you get like a little money for dinner, like at a pretty nice restaurant, and also obviously some speaking time. And I think the application for the speaker, I think actually ends maybe on Friday or something like that. So toss your name in.
All right.
And it's NFT. Anything goes.
I'll do it for sure.
So
you want to look at your root mint right here, your root NFT here, and kind of maybe go walk through like the different, each one of these are a different sound frequency, right, for different aspects of healing.
Yeah, exactly. The frequencies, I went through the solfeggio frequencies, which are in 432. So they release different emotions, negativity, fear, guilt. So the root chakra in particular.
Crypto, you want to make that bigger screen? I think it's on the small side.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
There you go.
So, yeah, let me know when you're ready.
Come on. There we go.
Am I gonna hear myself talking again? It's okay, actually.
No.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's good.
So this root chakra is, this is grounding. This is roots in the ground. A lot of us are so much in our head that we forgot about our foundation. So this is just to help us to get back to that foundational rooting process in our body. And it also releases, this frequency releases fear and guilt and brings us back closer to joy from grief. This particular piece, can we turn it off for a sec? Yeah, this particular piece, so I made the music in 432, which translates to 396. And then with Jordan, who I worked on the animation with, I asked him to work with the associated plutonic solid of that frequency. And this is what he came back with. And I was blown away by the depth and the texture and also the lighting. We worked. Yeah. It was a different way for me to approach music. It just added this whole, not even 3-dimensional. It opened up so many different portals just into how to create music. It's a really beautiful process. I wasn't expecting that, I didn't know that was going to happen. So now I'm more excited to work on NFTs just because of the relationship this new medium opens up. And people hit me up for remixes and stuff. I love music. I'm so bored of that 2D, the traditional legacy system. Yeah.
It's wild. Oh my God, it's so cool looking. So is known for Jordan? Are they?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay, make the connection there.
Yeah, and it's so weird because we met. I was looking at his stuff on Instagram, and then Phil, who helps me with everything, was like, "Oh, that's my friend," and then someone else recommended him too. So it was just meant to be,
Oh, great. That's so cool. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Really cool pieces. And like you said, I love the lighting and the textures and how long is each piece? Are they all different lengths?
Yeah, they're between 1 and 2 minutes. I actually don't know how long they are. It was just we did a little jam and it ends up being between 1 minute and 2.5. But the final piece, the one of one, is all the pieces put together of the 7 chakras, all their music.
Oh, wow.
And we spatialized the sounds, so we did it in Dolby Atmosphere 8D. Yeah.
Holy crap, that's amazing. So wait, so if you listen to this if you play the audio, is there unlockable where you get raw audio file, or is it purely through Ono and listening with Dolby Atmos headphones or something?
Well, it's embedded in. I can send the extra file for sure. I don't know how it's baked into the thing because if you have an MP4, it doesn't have the audio anymore. So, I don't know, but
I guess if you click on AR Weave, does that take you there? Is that clickable? The AR Weave button, is that a button? Well, is that it? Oh, see, somewhere hidden in here is the magic treasure.
And that's what's cool about this technology and moving forward is almost MP3s and PDFs are going to be a thing of the past. They're all can just be written into one contract. If it's on the Ethereum blockchain, if it's on the one that you guys are hopping on and using, it's amazing the evolution of the space. I mean, here I was looking at CryptoPunks thinking that was the coolest thing ever, and now I'm getting my mind cleansed just by watching, hearing, listening to NFTs that are constantly evolving. It's
wild
makes my tassels stand up sometimes.
Where's your dangly thing? Oh yeah, you don't have.
He's got 2 danglers.
So I think we got to get her to bed. I know she's on the East Coast. She's going to have a long day tomorrow. J.R.R. Token, any other last questions, thoughts, concerns, or ideas?
No, but definitely get your ass over to ono.art and check it out. Listen it for your pleasure. But then, of course, you've got all of, less than a day to make a sweet bid on that. I'm thinking about doing that myself. These are really amazing pieces, and I would love to have one. So who knows? Let's see.
Yeah, you
I want to do
gotta.
the thumbs up again and get the fireworks going again, so we have it on
Oh
cue
yeah,
here.
we gotta get some like, oh boom, pull it.
Oh man,
Yeah.
the special effects. All right, Blondish. Anything? This I'm gonna get this out. This will be the one that gets out there before it drops. So, what's your message to your fans out there?
My message is let's evolve together. That's all.
Let's
Super
evolve together.
easy. I don't. What?
Let's evolve together. I love what you're doing because the evolution of what you're doing in the NFT space is revolutionary. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to get as many people to view it because it's cool. I like cool things. I like cool people. With that being said, this is Crypto Novo 311. Stay tuned because you're going to see some live minting just in a couple minutes. So get over to Blondish. Stay positive and love life. Peace.
Peace.